Hey there, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your monthly astrological forecast for April 2024. And just a quick reminder, if you enjoy weekly astrological highlights and updates, might want to come back on a weekly basis, or hell, for that matter, subscribe. And if you are watching this before the end of March 2024, might want to hit up my website, integrativemysticism.com, for my 2-week equinox sale. It is on now, but it ends midnight the 31st. And so what's going on when it comes to your April? April is all about new blank canvases and fresh starts for everybody. And everyone kind of has their own special theme when it comes to where these blank canvases and new roads are opening. For you, it's all about your second house of income, employment, security, your earning power, and material wealth as a whole. And this is largely due in part to this cluster of influences in your second house of income and employment and earning power. Aries, we've got a solar eclipse, new moon here on the 8th. We've got the sun here at the start of the month. We've got Mercury retrograde here starting on the 1st and running up until the 25th. We've got Venus here as of the 5th of the month. So it's really all centered on this second house. So let's talk about this solar eclipse new moon. Starting on the 8th and for the 3 months following, right, all the way up until early July, this part of your chart is starting to go through a massive transformation. Solar eclipse new moons are about new beginnings and new commitments, and so a lot of you could be stepping into a new job over the course of the next 3 months, or making a very important pivot in where you're working in relation to your profession. Now, some of you, this could be, yes, a new job, this could be a transfer, this could be a move, or a massive transformation going on in your work environment. We'll come back to that here in a second. However, with the solar eclipse, there's also an added condition. You know, this, whatever is happening here is going to be an increase. It's going to be a boost to your security and your material wealth, but it is going to require you to rearrange other areas of your life the way you've been running them in order for this to integrate and fit in smoothly if you want it. The sun here is also going to be transforming your work environment in a way where there's a lot more attention, enhancement, and support being given to you by those around you, those you work for, and those you answer to. And Venus here is going to be turning you into a money magnet and making it a lot easier for you to accumulate wealth without having to do a whole lot more work, as well as also make some important changes or make some important pivots if you need to negotiate or you want to propose an alteration to your professional path, you want to work in a different position, in a different space, or you are looking to, get away from something where certain parameters have been holding you where you want to move away from. This is all going to be golden for you. Mercury retrograde here, however, is also going to be bringing in opportunities for a lot of revisions, reversals, retrievals, and even undos. Mercury retrograde in the second house can bring up good opportunities to retrieve old opportunities as it relates to work roles, work paths, or even old money. However, this can also bring in some of the more typical and mundane Mercury retrograde challenges as well. So maybe plans that we've made for this month getting shook up or jumbled up, or maybe certain contracts or agreements getting flubbed up as well. Sometimes these will be headaches, and sometimes they will be happy accidents or bring happy chances. This is also a time where a lot of you are going to get a chance to renegotiate or maybe even, again, undo or reverse things that you once agreed to or once were signed up to do that you would like to slip away from. We have Mars in your sign all month long, all the way up pretty much until the end of the day, the 30th, depending on where you live in the world. It's an overnight aspect. Remember, time zones exist. But we have Mars in your sign giving you the wild card blessing of Mars, which is all about action, energy, blockbusting, the obstacle clearing driving force, but it's also a planet of battle. And when we have Mars in our sign, it's a time where we get a chance to plow ahead with things that have been maybe kept underfoot, things in your life that have been held back or maybe obstructed in some way. This is also a time where you are getting a chance to have barriers between important unions, exchanges, and connections get challenged from all points in order to remove those barriers altogether. However, with Mars in our sign, we've got to also keep in mind that this will shake up things where we maybe have been trying to avoid a conflict that we can't avoid, or avoid a confrontation that we can't avoid. And so you got to be ready to step up for that as well. We have the Sun and Venus entering Taurus at the back end of the month. And so this is your third house of communications, contracts, collaborations, helpful third parties, and hookups. And with the Sun here, you're going to be finding that a lot of helpful third parties are going to be attracted to you to help kind of speed up progress with things in your life that have become maybe a bit sluggish or slow to perform or slow to complete themselves, things that you wish you were further ahead on. And with Venus, we also have helpful hookups in the form of matchmaking opportunities. Now, this could show up for a lot of you who are looking for new relationships in terms of being hooked up or matched up, whether it's through friends or through colleagues, maybe even dating apps. That counts as a third party. Or this could help to shorten the distance, or shrink the distance, I should say, between you and somebody you do have feelings for. And for those of you who are coupled, or you're seeing someone, or you're married, this is going to help bring a couple project or a partner project or a joint project you have to new life. Or if you don't have something going, well, as we go into May, you will likely have something that you'll be working on together that's going to add an extra dimension to your relationship. And finally, we've got a full moon in Scorpio on the 23rd, which is your ninth house of expansion, growth, prominence, big moves, big travel, as well as government and legal proceedings, your academic life, as well as your spiritual path and practice. And with a full moon in the ninth house, it's all about culminations, transitions, and endings. And over the course of the 2-week window period following the 23rd, there is likely going to be an opportunity for you to have a chance to escape some kind of rule or maybe imposition or matter that has been imposed upon you that you've had to live under or work under. This could also indicate a change when it comes to requirements around maybe your academic life, licenses when it comes to work, permits, visas, things like that. Some of you may also find that this is breaking you out of a bubble when it comes to just moving and travel in general. Some of you may be getting ready to take some big trips or make some big moves or relocations later in the year. And this is also going to be a time where a lot of old contracts, big contracts, ruling contracts in your life can come up to be purged as well. So we're getting a bit of a jailbreak with this full moon. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.